Hey everyone, this is Jay Freeman coming to you with a tutorial on the button trick that I showed you all on on my website for Blueberry Digital, which is my digital marketing agency. As you'll see here, I have this button here, and of course, this doesn't come stock like this. Actually, if you just click on a button and just come here and just put this button here. In the actual BuilderAll editor, you'll see that it just comes with one line of text, right? So hopefully they'll change that. They'll add a second line of text to the editor because you want to be able to kind of solidify or mention something else about the offer. So for instance, like I have here, yes, I need more leads in my business. Learn how we can help you get more customers and make more sales. And it was basically just a reiteration of our value proposition to our clients, right, or potential clients and customers. And this is the page that I created in ClickFunnels, right? So you can see it's pretty much verbatim. I've kind of copied everything I did over there. I changed the footer up just a tad bit, where I don't have the logo here anymore. I actually got all of this centered, dead center in the middle now with a little smaller menu here. But back to that button. So me knowing a little bit of from years of doing web design, knowing some coding, knowing CSS coding, knowing about overlays and things of that nature, I thought about it. I said, well, you know what? I wonder if I can create this as a text elements, right? So I create an element, just choose a box element, and just come here, get a box element, change out the dimensions of it, put the text over it and all that, and then overlay this with this button. And sure enough, it allowed me to do it. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Matter of fact, I'm just going to come here. I'm just going to create a different page, just for the sake of this this tutorial. We're just going to add this, so we're just going to say, let's get a blank page, and we'll just say tutorial, button tutorial. And so I'm going to come here, confirm this, and as soon as this, I know I'm recording with screen with Camtasia, so maybe a little bit slower than usual. Okay, so now what we want to do is, again, we want to get that effect where we're able to still get the rollover effect, we're able to still get the links, and still have that. Now, unfortunately, there's no group kind of mechanism, right? So for instance, if I was to come here and go to boxes, come here to this, and I say, okay, I want a text layer as well. Come in here and let's put text. And so the only way to group this, like for instance, if I had this text, I had this this box here, and I want to put this text in that box, right? Now I'm able to group it that way. But the thing about it is, even if I right click on this, I don't have a way of linking this, right? Now I can link this text. I can come in here and I can set a a link for the text, but I have no way of linking this entire thing. So for instance, let's just take this out for a minute. We're gonna make this box our button. So let's just bring it down and do it just like I would be doing like a realistic button. Big buttons are in now. Great way to center too. If you that's one of the pet peeves of mine is centering and alignment, right? So what you want to do is if you click on any of these bottom, like the bottom footer or the top header, you'll see that line there. So you can just click and just click a guide and just drag it to the center of that, right? And then from that point on, all of your stuff will actually snap to this, right? And so you'll come here and then you can actually line up your guides with that as well. So, okay, so now we have this square. So we just want to come to appearance and come here. We're going to edit this style. And really all we have to do is, because we want this to be rounded, so we're just going to say 100. So that's 100% round on all of these sides, right? Another feature I'm going to make sure I suggest is for them to have like a link here where we can link all of these sides, and we just put the actual number in one time, and it links them all together. All right, so now we have the button. So this is going to be our button background, okay? Similar to here, this is going to be our button background. And so we can come here, we can change that color to whatever color we want for the actual background, centered around whatever the theme is, the color scheme is for your particular website. I mean, it could be purple, it doesn't matter, whatever fits your website, okay? So I'm just going to use that blue that I had for my website. Okay, and so now we have our background, okay? And so we're going to use this as the actual anchor for our text, right? And so I'm going to take this, take that off, and let's just put in a actual font that we can use. We can just use Arial for right now. How about that? Let's just use Arial around it, and let's size this up to about 24, and we're going to say yes. Let me in today for only $1. Okay, and actually we can size it up a little bit more. And that's the other thing. It jumps from 28 to 36. I wish they had like a 32 or 34 in there. That's another suggestion I'll probably suggest. What have you. Okay, so I'm not gonna. Well, I guess I can show you how to do the icon as well. But all it is you'll grab this, and now it's gonna be into your actual box, which we're using as a container, right? And so let's change that color to white. Okay, and so now we have this, and then all we have to do is just copy this, and now we have our second line of text, okay? Let's say get in now while you can. Limited time offer. All right, and so we'll come here. Let's just size this up a little bit. That's our second line of text. Your second line should always be smaller than your first line. We'll center that. Okay, so now we can come here and we can actually center this. And we can come and bring this in, and we'll center this as well. And so when you center that with that line, now you know that this button is actually centered now. Okay, looking good, right? So if you wanted to add an icon, what I did was, for icon, I just used an image. So came here, the image, we just put that in. Then we'll double click this image, and hopefully they'll have it. They have some icons, and I can show you how to do that, but I just used an image. So I just went and got an image, white with a white checkbox, and then I can just size this down, right? And I can put this in here as well. All right, so it's not exact, but I just want to show you what exactly the process is. So you would literally come in here and line that up like it's supposed to be lined up, or what have you, and then we can just put that back, or what have you. Okay, and so let's move this over some. And guys, you can always drag out these guides as well, to kind of help you with alignment and all that as well. Okay, so now we have this. So we have everything within this actual container that we're using as our button background. Okay, now what I did was I actually, because again, this, even as a container, you can't link it, right? Not unless they have some hidden way that I don't know about. Of course, you can link the text, but when you're doing a button, you want the entire button to have the rollover, right? So when you roll over it, you want the entire button to have that effect. You want the entire mouse, no matter where they click here, to have that mouse or that click action take them to another page or URL or whatever the case may be. Open up a pop-up, whatever the case may be, right? And so I said, well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's get a button, and let's just see what happens, right? So what I did was I took this button, I sized it up, and so what you're going to do is you're going to take that button, you're just going to overlay it, and you're going to bring it all the way to the end. All right, going to bring it down, and so you want to make sure that it's right over that, okay? And then what happens is you can come here on the button, go to your text, and you're going to delete this text. Now what will happen is when I delete this text, you'll see it's going to shorten the actual button. But the thing about it is, it's just shortening that, but the button is still actually there. Okay. So I'll come back here. I'll go to appearance. We're going to edit this actual styles on this particular button. Okay. Let me go back up. All right. So we're going to edit these styles. So what I want to do is I want to delete the border color, and I also want to delete the actual background color. So I'll come here. I'll delete the background color. I can save the hover, right? So what I did was I came in here for the hover, and I kept it at I think it was like 60% if I'm not mistaken. So it could still see, yeah, it was sort of like 60 to 50% or whatever, and you could still see the underlying text. So that's the only difference with this method, where like with this, you can actually change the background and the text is still out in front, right, as the lead layer, what have you. Well, with this hack, it won't be. But so you want to make sure that you have the rollover at an opacity where everything else will shine through, but people will know, okay, I've just rolled over this, it's activated, and that solves the problem. You see what I'm saying? And so we'll close this out. All right, so now we have that rollover, and I don't know what just okay. So you have it right here, right? And so the beautiful thing is you're able to now come in here and say action, and let's just say page, or we can say actually I think I had it set for pop-up, and I'm going to select that same pop-up, and so now it has that pop-up. So when I go to view it, now you'll see now that you see the rollover only on that part of the button. So what I did was I just came here, and if I'm not mistaken, oh, I think I know what I did. I came to appearance and came here, and what I did was, I believe it was the internal spacing left and right, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how I did it. Yep. So I came in here, and I'm going to adjust. Let's see if we can move this. Won't let me move for some reason. But let me move the button though. Okay, there we go. So I came in here, and what I did was I adjusted the actual left and right padding that they had on it. Okay, and so that what that did was it stretched it back out. So the left and right padding you see here, I have the 23 pixels, 33 pixels. And you could probably set this for the same thing, and it'll adjust, you know, what needs to be adjusted, what have you. And so now I have the rollover over the entire button. So if I come here now I have the rollover, and voila. When we click on it, we get to schedule your consultation. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you do that actual rollover effect. And again, you can lighten this even a little bit more. So hopefully, you know, pretty soon they'll get this situated where we can have the actual text here. And you can actually use your icons here as well. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, I'm about 3 days into BuilderAll, and I'm loving the platform. Loving the freeform layout. I moved from ClickFunnels, which is a great platform as well, but everything that BuilderAll gives you is just unbelievable for the price that we're paying, recurring monthly, and for the tools that we have access to. So yeah, I encourage you to use this tutorial and show us what you're creating with BuilderAll. Okay, this is Jay Freeman signing off. I'll see you guys in the community.